When did the fire to make music come back? Because to pick the timeline up again, it's sort of you're off tour and you realize that you still haven't dealt with certain things, right?
Yeah.
It's 2017, and did you get hit again? Were you slammed again by these kind of unresolved emotions and feelings? And did you have questions when you came off tour that you still didn't have answers for?
I got off tour, and yeah, there was this feeling of unresolved things in my life. I took the time to resolve some things in my life, some relationships, get some healing.
Did you go to therapy?
Work through some healing, yeah, I did. I think it's important that we express our feelings and find that place. I think a lot of people, I think at one time I felt like, who is this person to give me advice? You know, like, what does he know about? And I've just grown to mature past that and just know that, like, it's helpful.
When did you realize that it was time for you to reconnect with Hayley and that you had gotten to a place when you knew that you could potentially actually pursue something substantial?
I just felt there was a lot of resolution in my life. I'd seen her at an event, and I'd seen her with a baby, and something just clicked, and it was like, wow, she's the one. I'd kind of decluttered some of my past, and I was able to see really clearly, and I just seen her across the room. She was holding a baby, and I just seen the nurturing look in her eyes toward this baby, and I was like, I want the mother of my children to look at a baby the way that she was, and the way she was carrying it, and I just seen something so special, and I just was like, I want that, and I knew that she could offer that to me. Yeah.
It was a great story.
Thank you.
How quick was it after that?
It
seemed pretty quick.
It was very quick. It was a couple months later, I popped the question, and then it was a couple months later, we got married.
Were you nervous before you popped the question?
I was. I mean, that's a big commitment, and my parents were never married, so I never had that. I never got to see what that really looked like. So I'm like, can I even do this? Do I even know what it looks like to do this? But I just felt like God was saying, I'll show you. I'll show you how to do it. Just trust. So I just trusted him and just let him, lead the way, and committed to her. And
I didn't realize your parents weren't married.
Yeah, my parents weren't married. No.
So that's a huge step to take, given that the situation from which you came, there's no kind of prior.
I had no guidelines, no nothing. My dad is now married, and he's doing an awesome job, and I'm really proud of him.
Are you at a place of honesty now with your parents? Can you sit down with your dad when you need answers? Perhaps you're not sure why you're thinking certain things, or your behavior isn't in line with your actual desires, what you want to be. Can you talk to your parents? Can you try to untangle that?
To be honest, I think there's levels of, what I think our relationship is ready to handle at this moment, where they're at in their journey with, their faith, and where they're at in their life, and where I'm at. I just think, I want them to play a role in my life, and it's pretty simple, just be my mom and dad. And I think it's just taken me a minute. I'm really in the process of doing that right now, so it's really kind of still, I'm still learning how to do all that.
And still learning how to trust people?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think boundaries, to be honest, is, like, key, understanding, like, there's people that play certain roles in my life, and kind of just let them play that role and not give them access to certain parts of my life. And that's something you have to do, not only as for your own emotional well-being, but I think as a business leader as well, and something I'm learning. I've made some mistakes over the past year or two, just Scooter's over there probably laughing. Just I have a problem with trust, but then there's areas of, like, I do trust people a little too much sometimes.
Bad judgments?
Sometimes. I'm just working through, just kind of trying to figure out all that sort of stuff.
People who take advantage? Do you feel like people have taken advantage of you in the past?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, people take advantage, of course. But just kind of trying to figure out how to navigate being married. I'm friggin' married now, and I got the best wife in the world. She supports me through so much. I'm really honored to be her husband, and I just...
Clearly, you've made a whole album about it.
Yeah, and there's more to come. I mean, I want to continue to write about what it looks like to be. It's, you know, this is an album I wrote in the first year of our marriage, you know, so it's like, it's so fresh, and there's, you know, there's so much more to learn about commitment and, you know, building trust and foundation. I'm looking forward to continuing to build and make music that's going to reflect that.
That's what's great about Changes. It's a honeymoon record.
Yeah.
It's a honeymoon record.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it would be sort of disingenuine to start diving deeper into that situation when you're just learning about it in the beginning stages.
Yeah, so I think I'm excited about this, but I'm just like, there's so much more, there's so much deeper levels I'm excited to go to, which is fun. You know, it gives me something to look forward to. I think in the past I was so caught up in all of like the bad things in my life that I wasn't able to really take a second and really appreciate all the little things. But yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be good.
I asked a question about when you sort of felt the fire to want to make music again, because it's something that I know you're 100% committed to. So when did you know you wanted to get in the studio and feel inspired?
I think, again, I was like dealing with a lot of fear, a lot of like, just was afraid of like, at that point, just even the process. What am I gonna talk about again? And, you know, is it gonna be received? You know, I'm starting to compare with other artists. And I think when I went on stage with Ariana Grande, you know, I seen the reaction of how people reacted when I went on the stage. It was like, okay, it gave me kind of like a boost of confidence, and reminded me, because it'd been so long since I'd been on stage, just kind of reminded me this is what I do. This is what I'm good at. And I don't need to run away from it. I was like, I was running away. You know, I think a lot of us need to take that, you know, when something's hard, it's almost like we need to run towards the pain and run towards the hurt rather than run away from it. And I think you get kind of healing when it comes to that.